Hello, this is Sarah Lingro with PianoKeyFinders.com and welcome to day 23 of the Jingle Bell Advent 2025 project. This one is the last part of the chorus and it's going to be using some seventh chords. This is what day 23 looks like. So you have a D minor 7, D minor 7 flat 5, D minor 7, G7, C major 7. We're in the key of C. You'll recall that when you see the letter that's yellow, that indicates it's the key of the piece. All right, here's what it sounds like. Once again, your right hand is on the notes of a 5-note scale. So your right hand by this time, after 4 weeks of Jingle Bells, should have it backwards and forwards and inside out. Here we're getting some new chords. Now, there's no such thing as cheating in piano, and so I love using these guys, okay? They are color-coded the same way as the chords. And so your minor 7 is here. Your dominant 7 is here. Your major 7 is here. And this card has a major, the 4 major 7. So 2, 5, 1, 4 is that chord progression. You'll also notice on the card that the numbers indicate the scale degree compared to a major scale in whatever key this arrow is pointing to. So if I have this on D, the purple arrow pointing to D, that would put the yellow arrow on C. You can see this. So I'm in the key of C. And so 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7 is how you build that minor 7 chord. On the Jingle Bell chorus here, the chord starts out with the D minor 7. And the fingering for all of these is the same. It's a 5, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to play a minor 7 flat 5. So the 5th note of this scale is A, and if I'm going to have an A that's flatted, I'm going to play the A flat. So I'm starting on a D minor 7 for 4, D minor 7 flat 5 for 4, back to the D minor 7, 5, 7, which is the red chord, and 1 major 7. So D minor 7, D minor 7 flat 5, D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Now, it just so happens that these are called closed voicing chords. Closed voicing means that all of those chords are within an octave, and you can see that the lowest note is this C and the highest note is this C. It also happens that when you play a C major 7 and a D minor 7, you've played all of the notes in the C major scale, kind of like when you were doing the diatonic triads from day 22. Now, another point on this is because you're sharing a lot of the same keys, it's very good to keep your hand grounded or touching the keys when you move from one chord to the next. So when I'm doing the D minor 7, the bottom 2 notes, the D and the F, are going to stay in place, as well as the C when I go from the D minor 7 to the D minor 7 flat 5. So I'm moving my second finger from an A half a step down. Then I'm going back to the D minor 7, keeping the D and the F, or the 2 lower keys. I'm moving the top 2 keys. So now there's my G7 chord. And then to go to the C major 7, I'm keeping the G and the B, and I'm moving my other fingers down. So playing that together, nice. One thing that's really great about all of the week 4 days are you don't have to play them fast. So my experience with my students is that they're playing it at a performance speed the first time they go through it. When I'm in the key of G, I'm going to start with an A minor 7, So I'm putting the yellow arrow on G, A minor 7, A minor 7 flat 5. My second finger's going here, back to here, then a D7, and then G major 7. Now, unfortunately, from this angle, my hand is obscuring the keys underneath, but there we are, right? So if I move my arm up, you can see what I'm pushing down. You'll also see that my thumb is on an F sharp. So my thumb stays on a G for the A minor, stays there, A minor 7 flat 5, back to the A minor, then my hand goes in on the A, C, D, there's the A, C, D, F sharp for the D7 chord. And then I'm keeping my thumb on that F sharp and playing the G major 7. Common mistake that happens in the left hand is that students or inexperienced people take their hand off, and when they come back to that G chord, they put their thumb on the F and it doesn't sound right. So here is what it sounds like in G major. Now, that trick about the thumb being on a black key is true when we play in D major. So my thumb is sticking up there. So here is D major with the E minor 7, E minor 7, E minor 7, A7, D major 7. Another thing that is worth keeping in mind, and you've played this before because it was in the first week, but you're going to be starting all of these on the 4th of the scale. So if I'm in D major, my first note is on the 4th note of the scale. It just so happens it's with my 4th finger as well. When I'm playing the A major scale, I'm starting on B minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5. Now, a B minor 7 chord has F sharp. When you play the B minor 7 flat 5, when you take the F sharp and you flatten it, it becomes F natural. So just because it's a flat 5 does not mean it's a flat. B minor 7, B minor 7 flat 5, B minor 7, E7, A major 7. And again, because my thumb is on a G sharp for the E7 chord, I'm going to keep it on the G sharp for the A major 7. Here we go again. This is A major. Oops, that was not A major. Okay, once again, I'm going to keep that error in because that actually happens to be one of the most common errors made. My mistake was playing a D sharp instead of a D, and when I was looking to correct it, I was looking at my left hand, which was patiently waiting on the right keys. So when you're playing this and you make a mistake, check your right hand first. Anyway, this is Sarah Linger with PianoKeyFinders.com, and thank you for being here this far. This was day 23 of the 2025 Jingle Bell Play Along.